Rather than enduring imprisonment here, inmates willingly choose the death penalty. The misery of the prisoners in this facility is taken to an entirely different level. The conditions, regulations, and methods of torture employed here are so inhumane that inmates come to view death as a far more comfortable path to liberation than remaining incarcerated within these walls. Known as the Black Dolphin, this Russian prison is situated near the border with Kazakhstan. It ranks among Russia's oldest penal institutions and serves as the holding place for the country's most dangerous criminals. Its official designation is Penal Colony Number 6. However, throughout Russia, it is widely recognized as the Black Dolphin, a name derived from the statue of a black dolphin prominently displayed near the prison's entrance. Should you ever be transported to this penitentiary, you would never have the opportunity to see that statue. This is because every inmate is brought here blindfolded, a measure designed to prevent them from gaining any spatial awareness of the prison's exterior or formulating escape plans. There is only one way out of this place: death. For every inmate confined here is serving a life sentence. In other prisons around the world, inmates often spend their days counting down the moments, clinging to the hope that they will one day regain their freedom. They pass their time sitting in their cells, marking off the days as they tally the time remaining until their release. However, within the Black Dolphin, such countdowns are utterly futile. For anyone who enters this facility is destined never to leave. The prison was constructed in a location so remote that the surrounding terrain remains completely uninhabited for kilometers in every direction. Even if an inmate were to somehow manage to escape the facility itself, they would find themselves surrounded by nothing but snow and ice. The ambient temperature in this region consistently hovers below minus 40 degrees Celsius, meaning that even if an escape were successful, death from exposure to the extreme cold would be all but inevitable. Yet, there are countless other reasons why escape from this facility is impossible, foremost among them being the unique design of the prison cells themselves. The cells within this prison are unlike those found in any other penal institution in the world. Here, every single inmate is confined within a triple-layered enclosure of iron bars. It is believed that confining dangerous inmates in this manner ensures the safety of the guards. Furthermore, guards conduct checks every 15 minutes to ensure that no inmate manages to escape from their cell. Here, every inmate is assigned a solitary cell, meaning they never have the opportunity to see one another. On one occasion, reporter Murad Gustav visited the Black Dolphin prison. He interviewed an inmate at the facility who remarked that while it is remarkably easy for any prisoner in this jail to devolve into an animal, remaining human is an arduous struggle. This is because no matter how ferocious animals may be, they are never confined behind 3 layers of thick iron bars. Every prison in the world operates under strict rules and regulations that every inmate is required to follow. However, the disciplinary regime at Black Dolphin exists on an entirely different level. Whenever a prison officer issues an order to an inmate, responding with a crisp "yes, sir" is mandatory. In most prisons around the world, inmates are simply escorted on foot in a standard walking posture. Black Dolphin, however, stands apart. Here, inmates are subjected to a unique method of movement known as the stress position. They are marched with their bodies bent forward at the waist, while their hands remain locked behind their backs. Whenever they are escorted out of their cells, their eyes are blindfolded with a black cloth. The rationale behind this method is that by preventing inmates from observing their surroundings, they are unable to memorize the prison's layout. Consequently, they cannot formulate escape plans or conspire to incite riots within the facility. This protocol allows the guards to maintain absolute control over the inmates. You might assume that forcing inmates to walk in such a painful, stooped posture would eventually evoke a sense of pity in the guards. However, during a visit to this prison, National Geographic interviewed a guard named Danish Aversh. He revealed that he harbors absolutely no sympathy for the inmates at Black Dolphin. He finds it deeply distressing, almost impossible to view them as human beings. This sentiment stems from the fact that the prison currently houses a total of 700 inmates. However, the total number of murders attributed to them exceeds approximately 3,500. This means that on average, each inmate here has committed 5 murders. Furthermore, the specific crimes and murder counts of each individual are inscribed directly on the walls of their prison cells. When guards arrive to escort the inmates out of their cells for exercise, the first thing that catches their eye is the record of their crimes. Consequently, they view these individuals not as human beings, but rather as beasts. Every day, the inmates are taken out of their cells and led into a small concrete paved courtyard for their exercise period. There, they are permitted to walk around for a mere 90 minutes. It is during these 90 minutes and only then that they get the opportunity to catch a glimpse of the open sky. While the inmates are out exercising, the guards continuously conduct inspections of their cells. This is to ensure that the prisoners have not managed to conceal any items that could potentially be used to harm the guards. Although typically no such items are ever discovered here, for in this prison, concealing anything at any time is virtually impossible. The inmates here are kept under strict surveillance 24 hours a day. Cameras are installed everywhere, both inside and outside every single inmate's cell. It may come as a surprise to learn that they remain under camera surveillance even when they use the bathroom. They don't have a single minute of privacy. In other words, someone is monitoring their every move around the clock. Upon waking up, inmates are granted no permission to sit or lie down. They are required to remain standing continuously in their cells for 24 hours a day. Even during the 90-minute allotted for exercise, they are not permitted to sit. Most prisons feature a communal dining hall where inmates sit together to eat lunch, thereby also gaining the opportunity to socialize. However, the Black Dolphin prison offers no such canteen facilities. Meals are served directly inside the cells, yet the food is delivered from a distance, placed on a metal tray before being handed over. Furthermore, the menu at this prison consists of only 2 items: bread and soup. No matter how secure a prison may be, inmates typically retain one potential avenue for escape: a tunnel. It was precisely by constructing such a tunnel that the notorious drug lord El Chapo managed to escape from a maximum security prison in Mexico. However, escaping from the Black Dolphin in this manner is simply not an option, as none of its cells are constructed at ground level. Nikolaev Stenkov, a notorious inmate held here, remarked that the Black Dolphin offers not even a shred of privacy. The environment is utterly stifling and controlled. He stated, "Given the living conditions here, I view a death sentence as a path to liberation." It is worth noting that Nikolaev Stenkov is such a notorious criminal that he murdered his own friend, butchered the body, cooked the remains, and then served the flesh to his neighbors, claiming it was kangaroo meat. In this prison, inmates are accorded absolutely no dignity. The slightest infraction is met with beatings, punches, kicks, and blows inflicted with metal rods. Although these rods are equipped to play music, they are not utilized for entertainment purposes. Rather, they are used as instruments of torture to instill an intensified sense of fear and psychological terror among the inmate population. When an inmate dies here, the death is officially recorded as natural causes. However, the grim reality is that they succumb to the relentless torture inflicted on them by the guards. The most terrifying punishment at Black Dolphin involves subjecting prisoners to the bone-chilling cold. They are stripped naked, blasted with water cannons, and then confined in open-air cages built beneath the sky. Occasionally, water is sprayed on them. To help maintain their mental stability, prisoners are permitted, for limited periods, to read books and newspapers and to listen to the radio. Television and the internet are completely banned. Yet, despite these few allowances for recreation, the sheer isolation is enough to drive anyone to insanity. This is because the prison is designed in such a way that, except for the rare occasions when they are taken outside, prisoners cannot even see or speak to one another. The question then arises, how do they remain mentally stable in such an environment? Nikolaev Stenkov told National Geographic that if you constantly dwell on the thought that someone is waiting for you or that you will one day be released, you will only suffer a greater mental breakdown. Instead, you must simply accept your fate here, convincing yourself that this is your entire world and that you are destined to die within it. Another terrifying inmate, Dmitry Benkatov, reveals that there is not a single prisoner here who does not feel remorse for his sins. Every inmate in this facility is so monstrous that their criminal histories would put any movie plot to shame. Take Dmitry Benkatov himself, for instance. This notorious offender murdered 5 members of a single family using a pickaxe, then dragged their bodies into a forest and burned them. Later, while incarcerated at the Black Eagle prison, he murdered his cellmate and then